Wondering minds want to know. Hey, 60s and single. I have been going through and reading your comments in my posts that I've made about dating and life after 60 and all the things that entails. Well, the question that comes up is, where do we meet someone? And, I've tried the online dating and, that is hit and miss. It's luck of the draw, but sometimes you get a good one. You never know. But I have not been lucky with that. So I'm thinking I'm going to join a gym. I am going to start going to a church, which I need to. And I'm going to join some networking things and just try to find activities and things that are going on. This is the best time of the year to do it. The holidays are coming up. So, get out and mingle, but make sure that we're mingling with people that are our age, because I don't think that we want to end up with a 20-year-old, or maybe we do. Tell me your thoughts.
Well there, my grand elder post-wall queen. Where do you meet men to date in your 60s? And you're mentioning all these places like going to church and online dating apps and all that. Do you know what place this gorilla noticed that you did not mention? How about retirement homes? Listen, you're in your 60s, all right? You're very close to retirement. There are a lot of eligible bachelors in retirement homes that are in their 60s and in their 70s. Some in their 80s. I mean, Queen, just face it. At that age, you're not looking for someone to travel the world with and have this glamorous, high-spending lifestyle. No, you're looking for a retirement plan. I mean, wake up and smell the Bengay, sister. All those body aches and all the health issues that you have now should be telling you that you shouldn't be thinking like a young woman in her 20s when you're looking for a dating prospect. Hang out where the healthy, active retirees are at. I'm pretty sure you'll find a date there. I mean, Queen, if you're 60 and you go into an area where there's several 70-year-old men, you're the younger woman there. You'll have better dating prospects. I mean, don't act all snobby when you go there. I'm pretty sure you have to bring in a huge bottle of lube for yourself. Moving on!
Hey guys, I'm just coming on here because I'm just wanting to let everyone know I'm accepting applications for a decent male human that's looking for a, pretty cool chick. I just have a few rules and guidelines here, okay? I mean, they're small, no big deal, okay? Just, go with me. Maybe not still married and says he's getting divorced and not married. That'd be cool. That I'd be cool with that. Not a narcissist, that'd be awesome. So just, non-alcoholic, somebody who likes to drink but doesn't need to drink. You know what I mean? Like likes to have a good time but doesn't have to have a good time. You know what I mean? We just don't want somebody turning up a handle in the middle of the morning. You know what I mean? And then also like another good one, maybe no polygamists or polyamory folks. That'd be cool. Like, listen, I'm in for a relationship with me and one other person. So that'd be cool. And then maybe somebody who knows how to talk.
Emotional damage.
Dang, fam, this elder post-wall Queen just put up more red flags than the Kardashians. I mean, was it just this gorilla, or was she putting out some heavy side chick energy? She wants a guy who isn't married or isn't in a relationship. That sounds like a woman who's experienced as not being the actual main chick. Top of that, she doesn't want an alcoholic. All right, that just tells me that she's been dating the bad boys all this time, even in her glamorous age. And she doesn't want polyamory. Okay, was that her admitting that she was in a polyamorous relationship and doesn't want another one? I mean, with all the accessories and flair, all the ink she has on her, and the beat-up look that she's got, she's not looking like a grand prize there. Well, Queen, I can say that a lot of my male viewers will probably say that you're just a party girl who aged out of the market and now wants a good simp to come in and play Captain Save-A-Ho, rescuer of abandoned 304s. But somehow I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of guys out there that will continue to pound that roast beef even further into oblivion. But what I'm saying is, I don't think there's a guy out there that's going to look at her and say, oh yeah, I'm going to put a ring on that. Moving on.
Ask anyone in the dating world and they're going to tell you that it's super difficult and it's practically impossible. Apps suck. Meeting people in person sucks. It's just much more convenient to stay in the house. And I feel like I wanted to take a minute to talk a little bit about why the difference, at least when it comes to dating in your 40s, not to say that it's any more difficult or whatnot, but the specific nuances. And I feel like I had a discussion with someone not too long ago about how when you're in your 40s, it's like another level of adulthood. That when you were in your 20s and your 30s, yes, you were an adult, but it was a different kind of an adult. Like you're finding your footing, you're getting your career going, like you're figuring out sort of the kind of human that you're sort of going to like really focus on being for the rest of your life. Like you learn some lessons and like now like you're an adult, right? And then in your 40s, you have your career. You're probably going through your midlife crisis like I'm going through right now. But then other things start coming into reality, right? Like aging parents and retirement and the fact that like the world is kind of really going crazy right now. And then you focus on mental health and like all these different things. And like your body doesn't start working as good as it used to work. And so like it's a different level of adulthood that you are so consumed with focusing on for yourself, because it's not just you, like it's your future and it's the future of maybe if you have kids or your parents or your siblings or whatever, that like those things take up so much of your time that the idea of like investing in a dating app and like trying to filter through all of it and like respond to someone and keep a conversation going like feels just so exhausting. And it's just, it's enough pressure to just focus on your own life, which isn't really your own life because you're focusing on other things that you have responsibilities for, let alone trying to tell someone like what your favorite food is.
Dang, son, this queen just freaking smashed through the wall like if she was a semi-truck going 100 miles per hour. She mentioned everything that men have been saying for a while. Now, she said a couple key words here. The biggest key word that she said was, at her age, focusing on retirement. I know, the majority of my male viewers are going to say, yeah, we already knew that. You're preaching to the choir here. Yes, that's no secret that once that egg carton goes to extremely low, on to zero, all of a sudden women are thinking about the important things. Not the Chads and Tyrones, thunderslongs, even though they'll still give them a break. No. They need a good sucker to come in and put a ring on it so they can have that safety net. Because, you know, they partied long and hard, giving it away for free when they were young, but they gotta charge a simp now when they're older. Another key thing that she said was dating in your 40s is another level of adulthood. Yeah, we call that a decade plus wall there, Colleen. You see, ladies, it's not another level of adulthood. No, it's a reality check. It's father time coming in and taking away all those beautiful gifts that Mother Nature gave you. It's you dating at a harder setting. It's you getting a small taste of what it has been like for men dating since day one. I mean, women hit the wall somewhere between their early to mid-30s, usually around there, depending on genetics, obviously. Men hit the wall at the age of 18. Everything that she's saying right now, most men are going to be like, boo-hoo. Okay, ladies, let me come at this from a different angle, so hopefully you'll understand exactly what I'm trying to say here. Imagine that you were 18 again, and you want to date, but you're not beautiful. Most of the physical traits that the other gender wants from you, you probably don't have it. Maybe you're in shape, maybe you're a little bit taller, maybe you got the devil's pipe up to the standard that they want. More than likely, you don't have any money. More than likely, you don't know how to talk to the other gender. You don't have a whole lot of options to level up. You're barely scraping by. 90% plus of the opposite gender don't acknowledge your existence. They're not attracted to you. You may be called a creep a couple times for approaching them. They make fun of you, they laugh at you, and you go a long time alone, working your way, building yourself up to try to become more attractive for the other gender. That's the wall for the majority of men out there. And they don't get 15 to 20 years of experience like you ladies do to figure it out. No. Off rip. You don't know anything. And most of them are brought up in single mother households, so have no clue what to do. And the advice their moms give them to get a girl is dog dropping level of dating advice. So I know you can't be empathetic, but I do believe that hitting the wall can make you ladies a little bit sympathetic. And that's where the men that you are attracted to are going to look at you and they're going to act exactly how you acted when you were 18 and hot. Can you really blame them when they tell you to cry them a river? Moving on.
I have mad respect for anybody that takes a hard pass on the kind of stuff that society urges us to do, whether it's date, get married, have a kid, have some, financially successful career and sacrifice your creative urges so that you can, keep $1 million roof over your head or any roof over your head. It's hard to do. I will tell you why I date after 60 or at all. I'm a very neurospicy girl. I don't think I'm on the spectrum, but I am on some sort of spectrum that makes peopling very difficult. If left to my own devices, I would probably stay home, talk to no one, and sort of emerge blinking into the light like Punxsutawney Phil every 3 months and then just say F and go back in. And that's fun for me. But I box myself into a comfort zone that can feel sort of claustrophobic after a while. And so I am in a relationship with someone who is very different than I am. He is an extrovert. I am an introvert. Now, it's hard, and I wouldn't be able to do it if he wasn't a really super golden-hearted, golden-souled person.
Actually, Queen, I'd like to add to that, you probably couldn't do it if the guy wasn't willing to listen to all your blabber as you go on and talk so much but say so little. Dang. Ladies, this is the reason why a lot of men zone out. They just don't want to listen. They don't want to talk that much because out of that whole sentence that she said, all I got from it was whatever guy she's in a relationship with is so desperate, he's got to listen to all that word salad. Oh, she described herself in 50 different ways, but not one of it made actual sense. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that you ladies like attention, but if you're in your 60s dating, you need to get to the point there, sister. You just can't throw out a load of adjectives and take the conversation to 50 different directions and expect the guy to still pay attention. The point I am making is that this is the reason why men who date older women go with the attitude of, hey, let's just smash. Why? Because it's a long, dry road from date number 1 to the sheets with women like this. I swear, fam, the guy who's with her, I'm pretty sure that he gotta have a bunch of prescribed blue pills. I mean, having a woman that talks that much in bed would make the strongest redwood go limp.
He derives energy from parties, from socializing, whereas if my cell phone rings, I get into panic because I'm wondering how I'm going to cobble together the correct response to whatever it is someone's going to be asking me when I pick up the phone. That's kind of how different we are. I can go out and I can derive energy from people, but only certain kinds of people where I feel like there's some sort of connection, because small talk basically puts me into death drain zone. But what I'm saying here is that relationship is ironically easiest for people that don't need them and hardest for the people that do. It's a mirror for me, not just a mirror of what I am, but it's also a mirror of all the gaps in my lived experience where maybe I need to step out of my comfort zone every once in a while and practice not just doing things that I normally wouldn't do, but also in standing for myself, but not against him if an issue ever comes up. The whole boundary thing. And no matter who you're with, there's always going to come a time where a boundary has to be set, where we have to have the courage to say something's okay or something isn't, which is also very hard for me. I never have to do that if I'm sitting in here like Punxsutawney Phil. Much easier to be a groundhog sometimes than a human.
Relationships are hardest for those who do need them. Words of wisdom from a grand elder post-war queen. Let me build on that there, sister. By definition, that would mean that relationships are hardest for, women, because they need them for retirement. For the most part, at least. I mean, yeah, there are some men out there who just can't live without a relationship. But overwhelmingly, we're talking about women. Okay, I know she started off her video saying that she's on a spectrum. I'm sorry. I can't buy that excuse just by watching this video alone, because it's so similar to so many other women. I'm not going to say that most women are on the spectrum, although that could be argued. The point is that this video is just more evidence of something that I said a long time ago, and that is that women have a tendency to use their relationship, i.e. the man that they're with, and subsidize necessary therapy with them. I'm sorry, fam, but she just went the long way around to say that she uses her man as a therapist. All of a sudden, he has to know how to figure her out, her quirks, her everything, and she says, oh, he balances me out. So, Queens, tell me again, what does a man get in exchange for dating a woman in her 60s? I mean, he has got to deal with all the baggage that she's accumulated from 6 decades on this planet. And what is he getting back? Beef jerky lips? And sandpaper internals texture? Somehow, someway, I don't think that's a fair exchange there. I don't see what this guy's getting out of this relationship, other than an unnecessary headache. Sister, I honestly don't know what you're bringing to the table here. I mean, at the age of 60 and all the psychological babble you're bringing to him, I fail to see what he's winning here. Since when is being your personal head shrinker equal to companionship? That's more like actual unpaid labor. But hell, for all we know, she may be his sugar mama.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.